Aries, welcome in to your video. Okay, so the mic is on full blast, so is my laptop and everything else. The only thing I'm missing is a boom, but honestly, a boom, guys, would just filter out background noise, which I'm eventually going to get to so it can be a little bit more crisp. But for volume, turn it up, guys, because this is probably as good as it gets. I mean, like if I get even closer, fine, but I'm not gonna talk like this the whole time. I'm just kidding. I'll do what I can. I'll lean in. Um, but okay, let's begin. Let's see for the first week of July, Spirit, from a beautiful Aries. What's a happening here? What's a happening here? What's going on for Aries? We got Mercury going into Cancer, so that's all about you and your communication and how you're feeling these days on a social level, and it's more about home. You're more in a homey vibe, or like in a homey kind of like situation where you want to fix your house, you want to have more social get-togethers in a home, or go to house parties, things like that. Not so much outdoors. Like you're wanting to do more plans with the family, friends and family, close friends. You're not in party mode just yet. Maybe some of you are, but you are thinking a little bit more closer to the home front, and that's going to affect you in every way possible. So work-wise, you're going to be thinking like, okay, how can I stabilize myself? How can I save money, make money so I can invest? Love life. Where am I going to find somebody where I could just settle down and be, normal? Stop this chasing, running around, doing this crazy love life that I got. A lot of these things you're going to be questioning because once you go Mercury into Cancer, Cancer's all about home and hearth. So there's that. Let's begin. Situation, Spirit, for Aries, first week of July. And those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. This is an enlightenment channel. It means we use tarot to mitigate our problems and our fallout. We also look at our human construct. So think of it as a therapy session, but using tarot. And yes, I do have to get a bigger table. And there we go, with the therapy already needed. Why is the devil here? If you see me going like this, I'm like trying to get close to the mic. I see. Oh, wow, I see. Guys, this is like, here we go again. What is this? Seven of Cups and the Two of Swords in reverse. You're torn over a decision. Like you really don't know what is the right choice here. You have so many options, it's confusing you, but the two that you definitely have, you're like, but if I go this way, what happens if I do that? But if I go that way, what happens if that happens? Or I lose in both directions. That's the devil. The devil has caught on, and they're saying, oh hi Aries, you've got some toxic thinking, I'd like to join. Because the devil doesn't do things to us, we do things to us. And in this case, this is what's going on. And if you have somebody that's in your sphere or in your environment that's feeding into that, also no bueno. You got to get rid of that person. They're feeding into your dark side. Look at what's going on at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Swords. This is the shit we do in the shadows. We're having an affair, we're cheating, we're ghosting, something. Don't get me wrong, this could be vice versa. Cards are energy, so you're discerning adults. It's either you or them. Place it where it belongs. Yeah, and this is in regards to a courtship, dating somebody seriously, somebody that just initially gave you an offer. Let's continue and see what the heck is going on here, guys. And I will clarify, so those of you who don't know, now you know. What's coming in? What's coming into Aries? When I speak generally, it's because you're a large audience, first and foremost. Secondly, you can place this in your work sphere, your home sphere, and your love sphere. Whatever sphere this is applying to, please apply it to. It's about you making a decision, and you have a couple options here, and you don't know what to do. And now, like you might be basing your judgment out of fear, codependency, obsession. What we'll see when we clarify. But what's coming towards you is the Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords. In a way, thank God, this is like breaking that up. It's like breaking that big ass ice cube in half. Someone comes along and gives you an honest conversation, and they lay their cards on the table. Either you do it, they do it, doesn't matter, it's happening. And then when it happens, you're going to have to make that decision, that bittersweet decision. You're going to have to sacrifice something. You win something, but you lose something. You're not completely out in the dark. You're not completely empty handed. Yeah, you're going to have to make that judgment call. You know me. I swear to God, I'm going to coin this term. When we're not making choices, we're stuck. When we're making choices, when we're making decisions, when we're making judgment calls, we're living. We're living our lives. We're moving forward. We're not stuck. Even if it's like the wrong one, you'll course correct quickly. You'll go back and then you'll make the right decision. Somehow, some way, shit just turns out to work all right if we don't just keep ruminating, trying to make that decision. We got to make one, and then we see what happens. And then we can't live with the regret because we made that choice. The regrets come when we don't make choices, or when you don't say or not say something, or not do something. All right. Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups in reverse. This is like somebody who ghosted you from your past. Maybe you ghosted them in the past, but here's an offer that's coming in with this individual. Oh man, I can't wait to clarify that. Yeah, maybe in the past you let go of this person, or they let go of you and they didn't collaborate, they didn't work with you, they didn't do shit. And now here you are, you're like, oh, you know what? I got fucking options. Screw you. I don't need you. Because you shoulda, coulda, woulda then, not now. But we'll see. I digress. I can be wrong. When I clarify, I'm going to get all the details. All right, what is the advice here for Aries? Oh. Ooh. Okay. Your advice. The Tower. Those of you who know me and you know what I'm going to say about the Tower, when you're not making a decision, that is a decision. This is going to happen. The universe is like, what are you doing there? Stop being stuck. That shit needed to fall away. That shit needed to fall a fucking part. And now you got to let it. You need to let it go. Because if you let that tower fall, A, it needs to be re-erected properly and correctly. And B, the situation or the person has to come in correctly with a true foundation, something sturdy, something steady. You can't sit there and build something like with sticks and stones on a mudslide. That shit's gonna fall away. You need a firm foundation. It fell, let it go. It needs to go. Because now either the person that you let go of or the situation that fell apart needs to have this person go and figure shit out and come back to you correct, or you need to let that job go because it wasn't for your higher good or your higher purpose. You're meant to be somewhere else. You were just taking on pennies. Or if it's a friendship or something in the family, that foundation needs to go, needs to be rebuilt, okay? And you need to mentally disengage. I'm yelling, I know, I need to stop, but I'm going to tell you why in a second, because I want you to know I'm like your older sister, whether you have one or not. This is it. I'm at the end of your couch and I'm telling you this stuff. You need to, first of all, you're constantly emotionally available for everybody, but sometimes you need some TLC for yourself, right? But that's also in the opposite. If you're not emotionally available, what do you think's going to happen? Something's going to collapse. Something's going to fall apart. You can't just let the other person share, 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 and you don't share. Of course, flip the roles, but you know you're my queens. And those of you that are new to my channel, I only do this for YouTube, not for private readings. You are my queens, whether you're male or female, so I can discern the energies. The kings are the incoming energy, and they are male or female. And this is how I request Spirit to spit out the cards for me, and they just come out that way. Now, with that said, I also have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands talks about you needing to communicate back and forth. This is how I know you're emotionally unavailable. Or you're taking a situation where there's a lack of communication, and you need to have this back and forth. And if it's not coming, and if you feel like you're pulling teeth, well, adios, amigo, because you don't need that. You got other amigos that will follow up with you. Insta. So, with that said, mentally disengaging from something that fell apart. If you need to communicate effectively here with somebody. You need to emotionally open up for yourself. Okay? Because the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck is like somebody kind of here that's either A, younger than you, B, more immature, or C, the lack of communication. You know where this fits in your life. And under that, it could have been third party situation or just a simple dating. All right? And then the moon in reverse, and then the four of cups, and then the hierophant. Somebody here wasn't coming clean with the sheer fact that you know your feelings were not level, they were not matching. It was runner chaser or it was unrequited. When we clarify, we'll see in more details what specifically they're talking about. What is the outcome, please? All right, Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And then the King of... Wow, look at this, guys. I want you to see this. Queen of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. You're both rejecting each other. It's like you guys recently started a new chapter, and then somebody comes along, texts you, right? And then it sparks your interest, it sparks your curiosity. They come in, they might have said something stupid to you, and you're like, what? Oh, no. And then you were like, you kind of rejected this person. You went in your head. That's what you did. You said, you know what, nah, I'm good. I'm going to be single. But you were thinking in your head. You're over analyzing because you lifted the sword. You're like, I'm either going to cut you out or I'm going to put it down so we can chat, so we can have a conversation. But it looks like you're like, I'm dolo. Good like this. Doing it alone. Thanks. Bye. And you're just kind of like this. Or you are. You're not emotionally available or open here. You're not. And then here you are thinking about something. And then this person, because of either A, you're just analytical and you're not speaking back and forth to this person, then they just ended it or they just stopped talking to you. Or you just both said goodbye to each other. Let's see. I'm going to start clarifying all this. This is like an interesting reading. But this I do not like because this is starting something in a toxic kind of way. Not so healthy. Listen, Aries, for the most of you, this is an enlightenment year. It's a year of 7. This is the year that you're learning a lot about yourself, a lot about your how structuring your life, a lot about patience, value, worth, tolerance, all of the above. And the people that are coming into your life, they're just stepping stones this year. Some might be here for good. They might reappear in 2024. But when they come back, they're going to come back correct because you're going to be a different person. You're going to understand these things. These why you're getting these little lessons. This is why it's feeling like a yo-yo for you. Why it's like up and down. Why you can't find that stability. Because once you get through all of this, you're going to get that stability. And don't rush the process. This is the journey. Because even when you do get where you need to be, you don't also want to get bored, all right? So you don't want to be stuck somewhere just like Doubtland and Rushland versus enjoying what's coming. Because it's not always the end. The Devil and the Seven of Cups and the Two of... You know why I use 2 decks, right? Because sometimes I want to know if the messages I'm telling you are accurate or correct. And Spirit doubles down for me using a second deck. The Devil. The Devil is clarifying the devil. Obsession, codependency, just taking anybody, settling because they're there. Even though you might not be like all into this. Or vice versa, you get this. Something lost focus. Something just stopped moving forward. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. What's the 5 of Swords? Ace of Swords, please. You got a lot of 2 of Swords, my friends. Cards are repeating. 2 of Swords. You're torn. This is what's blocking you, by the way. This is what's making this extra harder for you, not being able to make the choice. Nine of Pentacles, but you are still single. You're putting those cards on the table for sure. It was like the biggest airplane going like right by. So I had to mute you for a hot second. You're looking at something hopeless, so you're just like kind of giving up because you're like, I don't want to be stuck. No, Irene, I don't want to be stuck. So this shit's hopeless. I don't want to fucking do it. No, bye. You're like, I remember last time I went in hermit mode and I was there for like 2 years and I don't want to do that again. And I see the writing on the wall and I don't want to. I know you're like processing all these thoughts in your head, but but you know, because you've learned that you do have to make a sacrifice. You know, you've got to cut some. You are not completely empty handed. So, what's the ace of, I'm just curious, what's the ace of swords spirit? What's the discussion? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so there was a lack of a passionate beginning here with somebody. You just couldn't have that passionate new beginning. There was a rejection here, either by you or by them. But this, some of you could have been dealing with another Aries, and you both just rejected each other. Others of you, this could be you, because the Emperor's in reverse, and then there's or Scorpio, because Scorpio is also here, and I did see the King of Cups. And Death is in reverse, and then the Ace of Wands is also in reverse. There was a lack of initiating this passionate new beginning. So there is a conversation here. Maybe some of you are saying like, look, I've been through some shit, it's a little difficult for me. Or the other person's like, oh, I just got out of a divorce. You're like, okay, well, I'm not rebound. So it's kind of like, what do you do? Do it still or not do it? I don't know where you are in this land of being torn, but you're still single. For me personal, and this is maybe why you think it's hopeless, but you still do it to see if it's not hopeless. Aries, let me turn some of this shit around, put it upright. What is the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords? Forgive the potty mouth, sorry, it happens sometimes. Seven of Swords please here for Aries, and the Six of Cups in reverse. Some of your cards are repeating. Interesting. What you don't see coming is, yeah, there's a ghosting here, in a way. All right? From somebody or something from the past, or leaving the past behind. You're just ghosting it, or they're ghosting you. Yeah, someone's just mentally running away. They're taking one last look backwards and like, bye. And the problem here is you to start this new chapter. That's what's challenging you to begin again, to have that fresh new start, to turn that page, to turn a new leaf. All right? Because you're feeling left out in the cold, and you don't want to feel left out in the cold. But you know what? You're also not having roadblocks and challenges anymore either. I realized myself today, I was just thinking to myself how I'm like, you know what? I got a good job. I make decent money, knock on wood. I have my daughter, healthy, happy, knock on wood. All is good in the hood, family, friends, but my love life is dry. Okay, there's a sector of my life that's not, beaming with stars and stripes and shit, but you know what? I'm abundant in other ways. All I want, and I thought about this at the very end minute, was like, all I really want, guys, is somebody to share my life with. That I do have all this abundance, and I want to share that abundance with the other person, but I don't need somebody else coming in my world where I gotta fix them like a broken ass pigeon, and then there I am mending their wings, and they fly away and shit on me as they fly away. One, two. Do I want somebody that is just can't compliment me or is not matching my efforts? No. You know why? Because I don't need my inner peace disturbed. Your inner peace is disturbed. Who the hell wants to feel like this? Who the hell wants to be in this place? Like, if I make the right choice, if I make the wrong choice, the right person's going to come along, and there is no choice. There's no doubt in your mind. There is no feeling left out in the cold. There is no struggle to turn the page. Yeah, sometimes it happens to us. We revert backwards. But you know what? Maybe that's your path. Maybe that's your journey. But for me to be telling you this, what's going to help you along the way is the stuff I see in your advice. It's emotionally being available. And if you get hurt and you fall down, it's not on you, it's on them. And secondly, you know what? The more you do it, the second time you're going to recover a lot faster. And three, you're also going to learn that a lot of people are going to be attracted to you anyway. You're going to be able to find somebody after. When we shut down and we close off and we go in hidey holes and we take time out, it takes a long time to recover. It's like imagine falling down a deep dark well and you got to climb back up out. Anyway, let's see what this Queen of Cups is all about, and the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords and the Tower, please. So Spirit's telling you, when you don't make a decision, you're going to have a tower moment. And when you have this tower moment, you're going to have to let it go. All right? Four Swords in reverse. You're not healing. And if you need to heal and you need closure, go ahead and have this communication with this person. You don't want to sit there and have doubts for the rest of your life. Yeah. All the secrets, the unknowing, the unknown of the future. Constantly being cautious because you might get hurt. It's ironic, right? Aries are like the biggest risk takers, but sometimes when it comes to matters of the heart, it's like a no-go there. Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. It's like the no-go zone. Wow, Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of like what I was telling you guys earlier before. You are sort of in the same place I am. You have your stability in some form, okay? Whether it's financially, whether it's friends and family, whether it is your love life, but other sectors are falling apart, career or something. You still have that stability, and you've got that nurturing, loving, care thing going on within you. And because of that, that's you knowing what your worth and value is, what you bring to the table, which is this, what I just got done telling you about myself. This is why you're analyzing. And you're like, maybe I'll just be single because I'm going to sit here, rack up my coins, have my good time, go on my beautiful trips, and I'm going to meet somebody who can match or bring to the table, at least emotionally. I don't even give a shit. Practically, spiritually, financially, yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Why does every other sign do it? You could do it too, Aries. And you know what? They get it. So can you. Wheel of Fortune. Spirit's like, Aries, you're making strides. You're doing something right. All right. The only thing that they're telling you, they're advising you, because this is a big deal. They do want you to let go of things that have fallen apart. You have to learn to mentally disengage from things that have fallen apart, or you will have this tower moment if you don't make a choice. You also do need to vulnerably open up here and communicate effectively, because it'll help you heal faster, much, much faster. And then you're able to go into that next chapter. All right. And then the universe does see you making those strides. They're going to bring you some luck because they do see you being stable. They do see you being nurturing and loving and caring. They do see you being responsible, but they also see you being over analytical too. All right. Regarding collaborating here with somebody and the sun, this is interesting. Can I take a little tiny peek into next week, please? Oh man, do we have, who do we have here? This is just a peek into next week, guys. You have the Queen of Pentacles in your outcome this week, right? Next week you have the King of Pentacles. The King and Queen of Pentacles asking you out. But then here's the cliffhanger, the Four of Cups. Why, damn it? This is why your advice is this. Your advice is this because the Four of Cups is thinking like, oh, they don't like me. And meanwhile, you do like them and they think you don't like them, or it's vice versa. We'll see. That's just a sneak peek. Those of you who don't know, in the extended, we go into your person. So you get a better view of what's really legit happening. We see how your person feels about you, what they think about you, their intentions towards you, and the actions that they might take. And then what spirit has really happening. As speaking of what's really happening, Archangels, what do you see happening here on this table? What's this card? Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. We talked about that. Aries, please. Let your friends help you. Sometimes love is blind. We can't see clearly because we just get so confused, because you do have some confusion cards, okay? This can also talk about let your friends set you up. Let your friends put you on a date, blind date. Who cares? Do it. Have fun. And very soon, when I see this card, but it's at the bottom of the deck, it means you need to decide on the person, and maybe you're not completely interested or you're not completely sure. But if you don't make a decision soon, the tower's going to hit you, okay? And the choice is going to be taken out of your hands anyway. So we're going to clarify and we'll deep dive this. Let your friends help you see what they're talking about. Maybe we'll check into very soon also. Let's get one card of advice. Let's see what's going on here. Aries, please. One last card of advice. Oh my goodness. Is this the playful card? Oh, I love the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess of Fire. That's you. And I get it, because they're saying, come into your energy, Aries. You're a fire sign. You're charismatic. You're attractive. You're sexy as fuck. Bring it on. Bring the charm. Bring the creative side. Bring it all on. And right now, you're emotionally unavailable, or you're emotionally upset, or you're just not emotionally balanced at this point in time. You're this. You're in your head. So for that to be at the bottom of the deck, it's like it's time to harness your fire. But what did fall on the table is playfulness. And that's one of the actions that Aries normally does. So it's telling you to do one of your own personal traits that you probably have not been doing. Okay, let's see what's going on here. My child, life is not always so serious. Choosing this symbol means it's time to lighten up and be playful. This goes right back to me describing your journey, your path, you understanding, like, we can't just be so dead ass serious. I mean, we've been, because of our careers and the money we've been collecting and the path we're trying to create, especially when I told you Mercury in Cancer, all of that is making you think of stability, etc., etc. But not everything is meant to be forever either. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the path. Okay? Let's continue. No matter what you're asking about, this is the time to have a sense of humor. Smile and go do something fun. Life has a way of answering all your questions when you're not looking. Wouldn't it be better if you were enjoying your life rather than just sitting around waiting for what you want to happen? Don't take yourself so seriously. It's time to lighten up and playful. Know that when this symbol appears in your life, the fun is about to begin. I was telling you this earlier. Every time I give you guys a speech for some odd reason, there's a reason. They're telling you the same thing. Go on your path. Enjoy it. The person that's gonna land, even if it's over, it's never really over. There's something else right around the corner. All right, guys, this is what I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, leave me your comments down below. I read all of them. I love you very much, and I'll see you next Saturday.